We got this magic mill that we just got off of Amazon, and we picked a bunch of these apricots. We had another neighbor with another tree, and they're just falling off like crazy. And we're like, hey, what are you doing with those? They're like, please come get them. Please come get them. So we're gonna break this magic mill out and see what's going on with it.
And I'm excited to see what's inside.
Let's open the box. All right, this is our first tray ready to go in the dehydrator. You can see some are more ripe than others, and some are just kind of right there. Jack's been helping me out. We got our discard that's gonna go to the chickens. The pits, the chickens won't eat. We might plant some of those. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but I wanna try getting some seedlings to grow. Dehydrator in the pantry here. It's all set up on the shelf. I got it pulled away from the wall so it can move air. It's got a vent up here in the top too. It has a fast setting, but I went for the 16 hours at 145 degrees. It says to do fruit for 12 hours at 145, up to 36 hours, depending on how humid it is in your area, what kind of fruit it is, things like that. I'm gonna give it 16 hours and then we'll check, because this is pretty full, but we have almost zero humidity here. I mean, not zero, it's not that dry, but it's pretty low. It is the next day and this is done. It finished overnight, but I feel like I still need, they're a little mushy and moist. So I'm gonna put them in for another 15 hours and I'll check them mid-run and see what that does.
Let me know how my pickles are.
Dill from the garden. What else? Anything else from the garden?
Nope, there's peppercorns, garlic, dill, vinegar, and water. I think maybe salt,
Oh.
a little bit of, there's like a teeny tiny bit of sugar.
These are like a really good, strong, crispy dill.
Like from a deli.
Like, can you hear it?
I think they can. Yum.
It's got crunch. This hill here is steeper than it looks. We're out here on the property. It's probably, I want to say like solid 12, 13% grade up the hill. But I'm headed to the edge of the property. I'm just out here marking. That way we can kind of see. We're starting to do some planning for it and contacting the officials because we're in city limits actually. So we need to make sure any kind of roads, any kind of building, that I know where all the easements are, and that we are doing things right so that they don't come back and, you know, we get in trouble for knocking down trees we shouldn't have or putting roads where we shouldn't have, that weren't in the proper placement. Whew, man, it's about 5,600 feet in elevation, so a little over a mile high. And I'm getting fat and old. But you can see those clouds over those mountains in the background there. The view's pretty good from this ridge. This is the south ridge on the property. Then it dips down and it's kind of got like the grade is much less down there. It's very sloping and slow all the way up the top of the hill here. There you can see the hill. But the other side of the property is way over there on this little ridge that runs up right here. And we're just spending some time out here seeing what we want to do, if we where we want to put a road first so that we have access to the property, and then if we have good views from this side of the property, it might be easier to build up over here because it'll be closer to the road. And we're not building anything crazy, just a little cabin to camp in, maybe have a little kitchen in it. I got to get some grass seed out here because my neighbor just right over there on the other side of all these trees has cleared his land, and they've got grass waist high growing on it, and same amount of water, same amount of rain. I don't think they've amended the soil really, and this is pretty rocky in places where the water's kind of run it off, but it's not like down below. We got moisture in the dirt. And look how dark that is. It's good, rich soil. I just need to plant something out here other than these trees. They're actually junipers, but they smell like cedars. Cedars, junipers, same family. Look the same. We're thinking a road up on this side because A, it's less rocky. This is where it kind of levels out right here. And we might go knocking down a bunch of trees. I could probably do about a 10-acre pasture if I do it right in here. It's gonna take a lot of work. It's like a 10-year plan because this is thick and I need a lot of heavy equipment to make that happen.
Maybe 15 years?
Maybe 15-year plan.
I'm probably sitting on that.
You're sitting on deer poop. It's a lot more level down here and more of a gradual slope towards where the water runs off. When it's raining, there's a little stream that runs down through here. Just need to trim these cedars. I think this is shady enough and the trees aren't so thick through here. If we trim these back so that we can walk through here without getting scraped up, that it would be pretty nice. You can see the little grass is already it's trying to grow. You can see how flat it is. It's a little slope up, but you know, trim a couple trees back. I think it would be real nice. So this is that cleared land I was talking about with the taller grass. In the spring, this is super green. It's still kind of green. It's just getting to be fall and it's going to seed. So it looks like it's all dead and brown, but it's not. This is the plan. I don't know that I will clear it this extensively. I might leave some trees in there, here and there, but I want to get the grass going. Here comes Buttercup. She's hustling for breakfast. My neighbor gave me this old green tub that's all enamel. It's not very heavy, so she moves it all over. I got to figure out a place to secure that, or maybe make a little metal or wood stand for it. She gets grumpy at me when I throw the hay over the top of her grain, but I feel like she eats the hay better if she has to go through it to get to the grain. So I'm gonna keep doing it. We're back at the cottage project today. Let me tell you a little bit about it. It's been held up by some things that we needed to do to get done for back to school. We needed to get the kids in their rooms and move everything. That took like a month, and we're still working on that. One of the biggest things that hung me up is we went down to, I was going hard. We were knocking things out in here, and then my grandpa passed away and we went to his funeral, and honestly, I just didn't have the motivation to get back to a big project after that. We've been doing a lot of work in the garden, getting the yard straightened up, you know, the kids moved, we cleaned out the garage. I can't even remember if that was before or after we went to Arizona, but I've got to get this done. Winter's gonna be here sooner than I want it to be. Fall's already setting in. It's getting down close to the 50s at night. It's still getting high 80s, close to the 90s in the evening. We got about a 30-degree swing there. You can feel it, it's coming, it's gonna be soon. And I have to get this done and going. And to be honest, we need to get the revenue coming from the Airbnb. This building just sitting here and putting money into it to do this, even if it's just demo right now, making runs to the dump with that stuff, I gotta start recouping something out of this building. It's been sitting here since March with no one in it, nothing happening. And the business side of me, I'm like, oh, I gotta get that done. So my fire's been a little bit rekindled. I was in here the other day and I was like, you know what? This is like 3 hours of work that I gotta do to get this all gutted. Maybe 4 if I don't hustle hard. And get it gutted, get it ready to get put back together. So that's what we're gonna work on today.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing breeze will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope. You fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away. Standing on a field with you and flowers everywhere. Maybe there is a star with your name. One thing I know is that there should be. There is no one who has a heart as pure, no, not like yours. Dreaming of you. 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 Dreaming of you.
This is something I've been avoiding knocking down. This old drywall is splitting. That's lath and plaster over there. I'm gonna try to leave that. I don't wanna mess with that. This is, I wanna say that's like powdered gypsum, which is basically drywall powder. It's like rock, but they used it to insulate, and it is the nastiest, powderiest stuff. It's why I've been wearing a respirator, because if you get a little flake of that in your lungs, you start coughing all day.
Wind could spread your love. What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Dreaming of you.
I noticed this scooping these up. I was like, what do we have here? That's a fun old knife. The 12-year-old in me wants to go soak it in gasoline and see what we get.
Yesterday, there was sun and there was rain. Beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy we go.
All right, we got this room opened up quite a bit. It's a pretty big room, all opened up without all the stuff in it. Got a couple little things we gotta chase, fix up some walls, finish doing the demo in the bathroom. I didn't get to that. We're just about ready to start cleaning things up. I wanna cut this clean. Just gonna go get a big concrete saw and do that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this floor. There's plywood under here. It goes up a level to this plywood, like half an inch on the floor. I've got what looks to be the old hardwood floor under here that's level with this plywood. And then this goes up another level to concrete. So I don't know, I'm probably gonna raise this up a little bit so that I have one continuous flat floor. And we'll get this swept out and cleaned out. I'm gonna bring the shop vac over and vacuum all of this up so it's nice and clean. Get the AC cranking so that it's nice and cool. This is why we can't open the ceiling. We have all the AC ductwork, the HVAC, it's heating and cooling. But yeah, we're about there as far as demo goes. This is the bathroom. We just did a peel and stick vinyl tile on there. This is a new shower pan when Harrington moved in. I need to get rid of this surround and the crown and all that. Redo this, and the mirror broke when we were doing demo. We hit the other side of the wall and it just shattered this mirror. I think Jamie wants to keep this little sink and the toilet. The shower is gonna get an update. I think we're gonna tile the shower and the floor. So that's on the menu. We'll see what actually happens. For sure, this surround needs to go. That's not gonna stay. Look at the peppers showing off and doing some good work here. We got some dragon rolls. This is a weed. Trumpet vine that won't stop shooting. They're pretty, but man, they take over your garden. Look how big those are. They're 8 feet tall, maybe 9. Tomatillos are getting ready. Look at that. Another day or two, that one will come off. We're gonna have some good salsa. Super excited about that. This apple tree is really confused. It popped some blossoms here in August. Not even early August, it's like late August.
We have 1 apple on the entire tree.
Well, a couple have fallen.
We have some that are ripe over there.
Yeah, some over there need picked.
We need to thin that out tomorrow.
Yeah, that tree there, we just need to take them all off, I think, and as they ripen, we'll eat them.
We like, seriously, you want to get in the cottage this week? I think we're just going to get in the kitchen.
Got a lot of canning to do, it's that time. But look at the cottage, it's empty, it's ready for me.
Yeah, well, all our hard work will go to waste if we don't take care of all this food. Well, that one wasn't quite ripe. Oh well.
That's okay, they'll ripen up.
Well, we know they're ripe, most of them, because our neighbors brought us a bunch. So if we combine these with those, maybe we can make something.
Yeah. Make like a cobbler mix or something, little pie mix.
Yeah.
I need to get in here with the hula hoe again. Get some grass popping up places. I've been at it all summer, you know, just once a week I come in here and I hula hoe and I get the grass up, and this trumpet vine that just wants to keep growing everywhere up through the bottom of my gravel. And it's been pretty good. Like, I don't have a ton of weeds in here. I don't know if I can eat this mini pickles. We had a few sunflowers out the other day when I filmed, but now they're already losing their flowers. We've had some windstorms. Yeah, look at these orange ones.
Got stung by a wasp while I was in the
yeah, you can
cucumbers.
see it right there. He bit you good.
Yeah, a little stinker.
They're in there eating all the bugs on them, probably.
Show 'em our watermelon pumpkin.
Do we? Oh, yeah.
We have a couple. But
So this is on the same vine. That pumpkin there, we're gonna come get the pumpkins probably tomorrow. But look at this guy. This looks like a watermelon / pumpkin. It's kind of orangey, but looks like a watermelon.
This one was the worst.
Oh yeah, that one, it grew a watermelon right here. I wonder how that's gonna taste.
Gross.
It could be a great combo.
No.
I'm gonna watch these figs like a hawk. Oh, that one's ready, get it. If you leave them like that, the birds will just get them.
Smushy.
Yeah, they're super soft. But as soon as these start turning kind of purpley and dark, I'm gonna take them off the tree, because if you wait too long, the birds just come in here and eat these like crazy, and then you don't get anything.
Well, bird treats.
I'm not here to give treats to the birds this summer. These are like chest height on me, so they're like a solid 5'5".
Like, this one's as tall as I am. I ripped off the tops on a few of them because my mom said that it helps them grow.
You said there were some ripe ones down in here?
No, I just said if you go in there, you can see where they're at.
Oh, you can find the ones that are...
There's like,
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of tomatoes. They're gonna, I mean, the vines look great, so they're gonna get the nutrients they need. I just need them to turn red so I can make salsa when the chilies are done. That's a grocery store looking bell pepper.
I know, bell peppers I feel like are the hardest to grow, but last year we had a lot. Look at this one is all the Anaheim peppers.
Yeah.
So
we're almost ready, and we got the ghost peppers. The thing about the ghost peppers is they're small, but you don't need a lot.
well, I've been picking them. Oh yeah, this tomatillo is ready.
Yeah.
I've been picking them and putting them in the freezer, and then that way we could just freeze dry them and then turn them into a powder, kind of like cayenne.
Yeah.
That's the plan, anyways.
Yep. Because you just put them in the blender once they're freeze dried and they powder right up.
Yeah. And then I don't really know what a lot of these are. They're from seed. I don't remember. Like, look at that long, skinny chili pepper. We'll have to look at the seeds that we have in the shop to know what they are.
I'm gonna let that one get a little bigger. I don't think it's reached its potential yet. Yeah, these apples,
For sure need to lighten the load or this tree's gonna break.
these apples need to come off. Like, we'll take everything that's like this size here, even though they're not all quite ripe or ready. We'll let them ripen, because otherwise I'm gonna lose this branch here, I think.
And
These are our heirloom bell peppers from seed. So we got a couple blossoms and a little pepper on here. Give it a couple days, it'll be nice and big. They grow fast once they get going.
I don't know what these are.
They got big though.
These are the skinny ones, more of the skinny ones. We need to go
They might
inside.
be hot.
I think they are.
They might be real hot. Typically,
Here's a lot on this one.
I feel like the small, tiny little peppers are like super spicy.
Yeah, I don't know. I grew them from seed.
Look how pretty that fig is inside. We're gonna do it now. Jamie's never had a fig that she can remember. All right, here we go. Try that fig out.
It tastes like a fig Newton.
Yeah, they're delicious.
We grew that.
We did.
That was worth $80 right there.
Yeah, that tree was $80. But you know what? It says it's only supposed to grow about 12 feet tall. It's not gonna get huge. And it's gonna have a lot of figs on it in the coming years, because it produces twice a year. This cucumber was hiding down in there. And when they go a little long, they don't make the best pickles. Buttercup, you wanna try this out? You want that one? Can you fit that in? Oh, mush it.
So this is the second round of eggs today. We're actually gonna get rid of, I think, of like 6 birds, because Zeb's cousin is just gonna build a coop, because we really have more eggs than we can eat. So we're gonna take them just a few blocks over to his cousin's. We've got all of our peaches here, and these are the cucumbers worth eating. The chickens are enjoying, and Buttercup, all the ones that we let go too long. And we got a bell pepper. Tomorrow we're gonna come back and we will probably fill this entire table with what we pick tomorrow.
We're headed into fall, and it looks like these blackberries are gonna give us a second crop. They're starting to compete. They're competing with the roses to see who has the best white blooms. These rose bush here, the wind got it. There's one that's looking pretty good in there. Are those long enough that you can put in a vase?
Yeah, they're definitely flowers that you can have like in a cut flower garden. The marigolds are about.
Oh, the marigolds are getting little buds. Don't forget to mix some orange in there.
Yeah, a little.
These pink ones with the bright pink center are my favorite. It's like, how does nature even do that color?
I don't know. But I don't mind trimming a few because we got more coming.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Like, that's so cool. Like, these marigolds, except for the fact that they stink, could be cut flowers.
I don't think marigolds stink. They're kind of like a sunflowery smell. Got to polish off your bouquet. Oh, you got some of the of the cosmos in there.
And the Shasta daisies, I think that's what those are.
Yeah. Okay, guys, thanks for hanging out with us for another week. We have got a ton of work in this garden to do. It is starting to get ripe, and there's just vegetables everywhere and lots of herbs to deal with. So maybe pesto.
I told Zeb, if you want to get back at the cottage, we've got to deal with this garden because we worked really hard to grow all of these things, that I'm looking forward to processing some of it next week.
We will get into the cottage some. I got to shore up the gas line up above, put that ceiling back together, and then we'll be doing pretty stuff in walls and flooring. It'll be fun.
See you on the next episode.